going on, everybody? I'm out here on the water, and just want to talk to you a little bit about kayak choices and what kind of kayak should a beginner consider buying when they get into the sport of kayak fishing. If you're just starting out and you don't know if you're going to enjoy the sport, don't go out and fork out, you know, $3,000 or $4,000 on a Hobie Pro Angler, you know, Slayer propel drives. There's all these fancy pedal drive systems. Just keep it simple. Just take the money you have saved up, look on your classifieds, and get a good sit on top paddling fishing kayak. It doesn't even need to necessarily be a sit on top or fishing kayak, but that's what I would personally recommend. Sit on top allows you to sit on top of your kayak, and it has what's called scupper holes, which are these little holes in your kayak that allow water in, but at the same time they allow the water out. So if you ever flip your kayak, you're going to be able to get the water out no problem. Now if you fish from a sit in, you need to be aware that water can get in, and you need to, you know, have a self-bailing pump or just be mindful of the water that comes in. Another thing to consider is if you want to be covering ground, you're going to want a skinnier kayak. And what I mean by skinny is the width. The wider kayak you get, the more stable it's going to be. The skinnier you get, the more fast it's going to be. So take that into consideration. If you're not planning on standing up and fishing, small profile width kayak. If you do want to stand up, then I recommend getting at least a 32-inch width kayak. That's going to give you the stability you need to stand up and flip and pitch. Another good thing to consider is the length of the boat. Let's just say the longer the boat, the easier it's going to track and the less paddling you're going to have to do. The smaller the boat, you're going to get more maneuverability, but you're going to lose that length of stride that your kayak takes per paddle, so to speak. For smaller bodies of water or moving water, you might want to consider a 12-foot boat, something that gives you a little bit more maneuverability so you can dodge in and out of the rapids or the current. Again, these are all specific to a paddling kayak, where your primary method of propulsion is a paddle.